What it do, dudes? This is Great White making it happen again today with some more Portal Nights. Very excited about today. Guess what we have going on? Oh man, I'm not counting correctly. It's totally off. Okay, so guess what we got going on today? We're starting the villagey part of our village. So there's our farmhouse we just finished, and over here we've got things kind of happening, just a little bit. I think that's how. Oh, that was right. Wait, no, it wasn't. Oh man, I was one short. Good thing I could just do this. Haha! Wonderful. Wonderful. I should just be doing that the whole time. I really need to pay attention. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Yeah, that's right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. Cool. So basically I came out here and I started plotting things out, right? We got a house there. There's gonna be a house here. That is this interesting shape. And then there'll be a path kind of leading this way. And we'll come up here, and this will be all terraformed. Eventually we're going to make this look good, you know. And then we have a house here, and there'll be a way to get up. And then there'll be a house here. This might be one of the fancier houses, you know. And what I'm thinking is that I'm going to make these out of, like, stone. We might make a couple of them out of wood, too, like we did over there with the farmhouse. But the idea, I'm thinking, is that we'll have these be kind of like the less rich population, you know, just like the regular old, like, you know, townsfolk. And then we'll have like a district somewhere with like rich people, maybe up higher on a mountain or something. We're only starting with a few houses. Eventually we're going to add a lot more, but I want to make sure we get a lot of detail at the same time that we're doing all this. So I'm gonna start small. We're gonna do, like, you know, maybe 4 houses, get those filled in, and then from there we'll go in and we'll start doing some detailing. Right. And then hopefully not make a bunch of mistakes. So as far as the farm is concerned, that's not totally finished yet. We still have to fill in the field, which is going to take a while. I noticed there are potatoes too, though. I found an NPC in the wild somewhere, and they had potatoes, which is, you know, interesting. I think we could do like split crops, maybe. You know, some wheat, some potatoes, and it's going to be nice to have some variety. I'm sure our NPCs will appreciate that. I still have to learn how to count. Still not quite figuring it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I'm going 5 tall. That's how tall the farmhouse is, and I feel like the inside of the farmhouse is just perfect. Just the perfect height. So that's what I'm trying to do everywhere. So yeah, this is kind of the game plan. I don't know. It's actually been a while since I have played Portal Nights. Obviously, we did an episode yesterday, but there's a lot that's been changed in the game. Well, not necessarily in the actual gameplay of the game, but they've been updating things still. I didn't even notice yesterday when I was playing. The game is actually on 1.1.1. So there's a new update since the new 1.1 came out. And they added a pretty cool feature that I'm a pretty big fan of, but I don't really use too much myself. They added the ability to do, when you're playing multiplayer, you can have the different players on different islands. Before, you had to be on the same island when you were playing. Like if you had 4 people in the game, you all had to be in the same place if you were playing at the same time, which is kind of lame. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. No, wait, that's not what I want. This one's gonna be weird. I'm trying to do a 2-layer house here, so like it has like an upper area up here. It's gonna be tricky though. We might need to extend it a little bit. Yeah, let's make this a little bit longer. I'm thinking, you know, maybe just to here. I think that'll be good. I'm thinking we'll put wood floors in these. I think that'll look good, and then have stone walls. Kind of the opposite of what we've been doing over there. Just something to mix it up. But again, I think we might turn one of these into, or actually add in, yeah, we could just add in a few more, like, wood walls. You know, I didn't even think about, we could build some of them, like, into the wall, too. Like, build them into the cliff here. That might be a cool look. Yeah, we might end up trying to do that. I think that's a good idea. But for now, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Let's just bring it up to the same level. Yeah. And then over here we'll do the same thing. Right, and then of course we'll come through here and this will be part of the wall, you know. Something like that. And then up here we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, they added it so you can be at multiple islands at once, which is super cool. It's cool that the devs are still making things happen, and that was a huge thing requested by the community. Like, if you followed them on like the Steam forums and stuff, and like followed their Twitter, a lot of people were requesting the ability to have your friends playing with you and go on different islands. Now, the big problem with a game like this is that they don't have servers. 505 Games doesn't, like, they're like Portal Knights doesn't have servers. So the way they have to do it is you have to host a game. So you, a player, have to host a game, and by doing that, everything falls on your connection. So you have to have pretty high bandwidth. You have to have pretty high. It requires a lot of bandwidth. You have to have a pretty high like upload speed and stuff in order to be able to do that with your friends. So it's not necessarily something I would be able to do. I've been trying to do. I tried to do some streaming the other night, and I had some problems even just streaming in 30 frames per second, 720p. It was like nothing difficult by any means, but I'm sharing my internet with 2 other people right now, so that can actually make things a little bit difficult for streaming. So I'm sorry if anybody tried to catch a stream the other day. It was pretty rough, but I haven't lost hope. I mean, we'll continue to try to stream. I mean, if my roommates aren't on the internet at any point in time at night, you know, I might try and do some streaming, but I'm not getting my hopes up too much. They're here a lot. They use the internet a lot, so I don't know if that's really gonna be an option, but whatever. It's all good. We'll figure it out. We'll get something going. Could be just a weird thing too. Maybe something was just happening that day where I just didn't have a super good connection. So yeah, this is a rough outline of the houses that I wanted to do. And I'm digging the way that's looking. I mean, this is pretty decent shape. I mean, this one's a little bit weird. We might end up tweaking this one a little bit. Maybe bring this wall back a little, like 1. I don't like how close this is. Like how tight that little corner is. So if we just do this, yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, I'm digging that. And then I'm thinking maybe this one have like a little porch here. And then in the side of the cliffs, I thought we could have some houses. That is a cool idea. So say like right here. What if we clear this out really quick? You know, something like this. You know, kind of like dig it into the mountain a little bit. Still have that covering it. I mean, we could get rid of that, I guess. But yeah, we'll leave it for now. I think it'll be fine. And then, you know, something like this. We're in the side of this mountain. We could take it into the mountain a little bit, or into the cliff rather. It's not really a mountain. Take it into the cliff, or like even go down. And like have like a basement or something in here. Yeah, I think this could be pretty cool. I am out of wood though, so that one's gonna have to wait. But it's kind of a big project taking all these on at once. This might be like a 2-parter for these houses, just because I don't know if I'll have the time to do all this. This is gonna take a little bit, but you know, the longer we talk about it, the longer it's gonna take. So let's just like dive in. So I need to fill these in first. Oh yeah, and I kind of was talking to you guys a little bit earlier about. You know what? We might do more houses like that. Sorry, before I move on to another subject, I think we might do more of those. Like, I think it'd be cool to have a few of them. Like, maybe like one down there too. One there. We could have one over here maybe. Have more houses just kind of sitting out. We could add another house, honestly, like over here maybe. Like, I would like to have it pretty well populated. This is gonna be like, I don't know. I don't want to call it like the slums, but like more so just like the regular like. We're kind of going for more of like a medieval type thing. Like this kind of game, there's not really a lot of technology. We'll call it like medieval sort of style thing. So I want to go for like sort of like a village, you know, make it look like this is just like where the peasants would live. You know, all the concert players would live, and then kind of go for like a more wealthy district. Maybe we could even build a castle. I mean, there's definitely the right blocks, the right style for castles. We could make that happen. The castles seem kind of overdone a little bit in these kinds of games, but they're overdone because they're fun and they're cool. So maybe we will end up doing that. I don't want to sound like super hipster or something. Like, oh, they're too mainstream. Castles are way too mainstream for voxel style games. Definitely don't. I don't want to sound like that. But yeah, we might end up messing around with something like that. I need to decide. I think the entrance to this will end up being over here. Let's throw it in right now because I don't want to. Oh, jeez. I always do that. It's weird that if I click a button, like say number 2, and then I hit number 2 again, it actually uses the item. And this seems like a good place as any for our door. That worked out well. Alright, so let's fill this wall in. There was another update to Portal Knights I was going to tell you guys about, 1.1.2. And this was actually just a hotfix update. Apparently there was some kind of issue with the camera. I don't know. I really never experienced it myself, so I'm not 100% sure what it was exactly, but they released a hotfix. And it's really awesome because, I mean, it hasn't been that long since I played the game, but it's awesome to see that, you know, the development team, the dev team, is so active in getting things updated and accomplished with their game. Like, dude, it's not something you see too often. Like, I mean, obviously, games like, well, I'm used to games like Ark Survival Evolved. Like, I spent a lot of time playing that game, and that kind of game, they push updates, but they're just adding more content, and they don't fix the content that's out already. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And it's technically early access. Ark is, it's been early access for like 3 years now. It's been a while. But I mean, it's fine that they do that. It's just like, it's nice that a game like this, like the base game just works. Like it does what it's supposed to. There are no real issues. Like I can play this game without any real problems. And then they're also adding content, which is super cool. But you know, there's a flip side to that too, because with a game like this, I'm getting the content that I want, you know. Well, I get a decent amount of content, but like the quality of content I say isn't quite on level with a game like Ark. Like when they release stuff, like you get like whole new dinos all the time. And like they're always adding like new crafting stuff. I mean, we got new content with that 1.1 in this game, and to be fair, it wasn't released very long ago, but those Columbus trials, they're pretty, I don't know, they're cool. They could have been so much more though. They could have done so much cool stuff with those, but they really ended up being pretty basic, really not anything too complicated, which again, I'm fine with. Like I mean, I died a few times, like it was fun, but eventually it's just like, you know, it's really short. And then like you know, if you just like use, like for example, the trial of agility, I don't know if you watched it or not, but if you see it, like I tried to do it without cheating, but eventually I just used blocks and I built my way through it and beat it that way, which is kind of cheaty, I guess. I should have tried to do it the other way, but I think you'd have to use double jump. But I'm kind of digressing at this point. It just seems like the content they added just wasn't that. It wasn't that. What's the word I want to go for? Like, I don't know, fleshed out. It was pretty basic. It was really, really simple. There's more stuff I'd like to see them do with the game, but I don't want to sound greedy or you know, annoying or anything. Like, they're definitely doing a good job. I definitely enjoy this game a lot, so I definitely like what they've done. I'm just saying, I'd like to see more. They made a good game, and I just want more of it. So I'm being kind of greedy. But yeah, this is looking. Alright, yeah, let's get a look at this. That's kind of a tight fit right there. I don't know how I feel about that. This could be like a little alleyway, though. I don't think it'll be the worst thing in the world. I want it to feel like a little bit, yeah, I want it to feel populated. I want it to feel closed in. I'm thinking, look at this thing right here. This is kind of a cool little shape. I think I might turn this into a little pond, you know? Like a little like lake or something, like a tiny lake or a little... A pond is basically a tiny lake. What am I saying? I don't know. But yeah, turn this into like a little pond. Maybe have like a path going around it or something. Maybe have another house up there. Some more houses over there. Up here, some more houses next to this one. Yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, I want it to feel a little bit close though. I want it to feel like, you know, you're walking through like a little village or a little town. You know, that's kind of what I'm going for. I want to start doing a lot more with decorating too. Like these bushes, I've been looking at these around here, and I think those would be a good idea to start placing around. I tried to get some trees up here. I think this would be a good place for some trees next to the farmhouse. They haven't grown yet. I wish there was a way to make them grow faster. That would be really cool. But yeah, I'm digging this stone look. It's not bad. It's not a bad look. I think it'll be a nice change from all the wood that we have going on over there. But we'll throw in some wood houses too. I think that's going to be important. Alright, check this out. This is looking cool. I know it's kind of dark out. Sorry about that, but just look at it. Just look at it. Yeah, I'm digging this. So basically, I'm just trying to get an outline of the buildings. We're just trying to get them to look like buildings. and get a feel for what it's going to be like walking through here. So like we'll have a little back entrance here. Our main entrance, like our main path, is going to come from the fort, obviously, so it'll probably wrap around from the farm. We might do some houses up around here too, just kind of wrapping around the lake when we make that. And I think that'll look pretty cool. And then this road will come back behind the houses, wrap around, and then kind of a, we'll call it a main entrance to the little village will be right through here, I think. And then we'll have another road that wraps up around the lake here. Or we'll call it a pond. We'll wrap around the pond. And then the one that kind of comes around here, goes through here. Maybe have another couple houses up here. Maybe one more right up here. You kind of make your way up. You've got this house. It's looking good. And then we might kind of work our way into like down here too. This kind of dips in. I might kind of try and terraform this. I don't really like this dip right here. So we might try and fill this in. That's it's gonna take a while, but we might try and do that. And you know, I'm not really sure how far we're gonna take this. We could have it come out even back here more, because we have a lot of island to work with, like way more than we can actually see right now. There's still so much room. So yeah, we might try and do quite a lot with this building that we're doing. And then I think we'll go for like, you know, some big centers in here too, you know, like an arena or like a theater sort of thing. I think that would be cool. A theater would fit into this theme, you know, medieval times. They had theaters for sure, right? Please don't check that. I'm not sure. Or do. I'm cool with that too. But yeah, I feel like we've accomplished a lot. I want to continue to outline more buildings, but I am running short on recording time today. It's that time of week I need to shower, so I'll do that before I go to work. That's why I'm going to cut things early. but hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely hit the like button. I know we talked a lot about like this game and like content and compared to other games and how they release content and things like that. You know, it's a completed game. Do they need to continue to release content? Is that really necessary? You know, to compete in a game like, you know, in a world like today, you know, where games do that pretty frequently. Let me know your opinions on that. I'd like to hear what you think, you know, just about everything we talked about. That would be super cool. I'd love to have a discussion about it. So leave a comment if you're interested in it. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying this series, definitely subscribe. I'm not giving up on this game. I love it so much, and I'm super excited to do more with these buildings. Yeah, we need to mix in more of the wood. But yeah, thanks again for hanging out, guys, and just have the best kind of day. See you next time.